Hey everybody, welcome back. Another league match for you here today. And something a little different, you'll notice the background music this week. Yeah, I wanted to try that to see how it felt to have some background music and just avoid some of that dead air in the video, which I know can be kind of unsettling or off-putting if there's not much for me to say about a particular situation. But I'm playing against Woody. We've played together a number of times. Lots of experience. He's been around. He's been in the game a long time. And he is a 6 in 9 ball. This is the first time he and I had ever played in a handicap race. So I broke dry, and he had a look at the 1, but couldn't really do too much. I think he was just kind of firing the 1, seeing if he could make something happen. He probably knew that the 1 ball was going to go towards the 9 ball there. So just maybe get some early points. And pretty good chance that it's going to work out well for you. Either something goes or you create a safe. So in this case, I'm hooked on the 1. So early stages here in the match, I'm looking at my kick angle at the 1 ball. I've got a lot of space. The 1 ball's a big ball as long as you hit the right spots on the rail. And there's a decent chance for this 1 ball to go. I hit it pretty good. I ended up actually hitting the back side of the 1 ball, sort of overcutting it. And I leave him a look at it. This is a cuttable ball. The 4 or the 5 can slow you down to try to give you a look at the 2 ball. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the background music. I want to do something simple. Make sure the volume levels are good too, so that it's not drowning me out. So good attempt on the 1 ball there, and like I said, the 4 was there to back him up. I have full access to the 1, which is nice, so we're gonna definitely get that point down, but we want to think about your shape for the 2. So really your window for the 2 ball is up here above the 9, because from there, making the 2, it's gonna send you down towards the 3. And if you overrun it a little bit, you play the 2 in, and you can come down to this other side of the 3. I was looking at using this rail to open up the angle towards the 9, but came a little bit too thin into the 1 ball, and it sent me back out too deep into this second rail. So a bit of a misjudgment there on the angle of the hit on the 1 and the speed. Still kind of settling in. This one's kind of an interesting position. You might be tempted to try to cut the 2 and hold the cue ball for the 3. It's hard to control that. So I just opt for a safe. And as I've said before, usually early stages in a match like this, I'll play more safes than normal to try to settle in. In this case, I was trying to control the cue ball and the object ball, as I've talked about. You really want to just focus on 1 most of the time. So I didn't get either. He's got full access to the 2. He can cut this in. The scratch is on, so be careful about this one. Center pocket. Oh yeah, right in the corner. Yep. Yeah, tough one. This is good for us though, because we've got a pretty open table. Really just the 5 to the 6 could be a little touchy, but opening up, we want to look at our zones. So I'm selecting this area for the 4 and thinking about coming into the rail. You could go behind the 9, but it's a little risky. I think what I like more is come off the 3 and just sort of float into that position window up here. Oops. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, just kind of a stun. Hold it back a little too much. You'd really want to open up the angle and be in here, like I said, but we're still okay. We still have full access to the 4. So looking good now. You can hold the cue ball. You're gonna cut the 4 and kind of hold the cue ball down along that line towards the 5. If the cut's too severe and you don't like thin hitting it like that, you can come down to this rail and back out. You don't want to pull back too much. Oh, I pulled back too much. Gonna get punished for this. Yeah, right in behind the 9. Okay. That one could have been just a very simple sort of down and back up. You don't want to be hitting low. You don't want to be spinning that. So just mishit it. Q-tip position was off on that one. Still a little shaky. Early shots in this match. Now I'm having to look at a kick. Look at a 2-rail kick. Center of that line between the 5 and the cue ball. Deep into this rail here and back out. get a good hit on the 5 with some pace and try to make something happen. Something's happening. Yeah, scratch is happening. That's silly. All right. 2 points on the board, though. Off to the races. Lots of turnovers in this first game here. So Woody's got to decide how to get on the 6. Maybe he'll just kind of roll down, play short side on the 6, get below it. I don't mind that. Might be intimidated getting up above the 6. He'll be close to the side pocket. Yeah, he's looking okay here. Might have enough angle to roll forward, otherwise you just pull back. Yeah, he wanted to pull back. That's good. This angle takes you towards the 6. Rails cooperate with that one, kind of slides in for him. Big draw stroke. A little friendly nudge on the 9 ball. Should still be workable in the side pocket, though. Goes for the bank. Surprising. Maybe he didn't like that thin cut. Okay, tester. If I make this 9 ball, we'd snap up a couple points and we'll come out close to even, I think, on this first rack. Follow my normal kind of pre-shot routine here. This one's very makeable. You can use that long rail to sort of slide in the 9 ball. The scratch should not be on. Yeah, as long as you take advantage of this and you play it with a nice sort of floaty speed. You're still shooting it. You're not trying to roll this in necessarily, but the more you roll it, the more it'll cooperate as long as your aim is good. Yeah, so didn't fire that in. Yeah, by the way, YouTube stuff. If you're not already subscribed, please do. It's awesome to have you guys around. Love meeting people in the comments. And the more I'm posting, the more I'm learning that the likes on these videos really do matter, especially on the live streams. The more people like things, the more those videos are pumped out to more people, the more eyes get on it, the more we get people in here. So please help support and do the YouTube stuff. So yeah, we came out close to even, 5-4 on that first game. There was a dead ball. 2 ball was dead. We cut that and scratched. So typical 9 ball league situation, you break and then don't have a good look at the lowest numbered ball. While we're waiting for me to get myself together here, something I noticed about Woody's game, not just in playing him, but in reviewing the videos. Woody, if you're watching, let me know what you think about this. There's some times where Woody will be kind of working his way through a pattern. He'll finish one shot, and if he's close to the cue ball for the next shot, he kind of just stays down. Like, he doesn't stand back up and reassess and chalk and like look at the thing. He'll just kind of like glide over into the next shot, which can certainly work out. We're going for a long kick on this 1 ball. It's a small ball. Top rail doesn't really help you out too much. All right. Got away with it though. Good pace. I think that's been my thing on these Valley tables in League, outside of Masters, is hit it with enough pace, especially if you don't think the scratch is on, that something good can happen if you make the hit. For example, that 2 ball was rolling towards the corner. Not that you would necessarily want to make the 2 ball in this case because you'd be hooked, but I'd say more often than not, that kind of pace can work out. Oh, good attempt. Okay, we got away with that last hit. Signal was a little choppy on this one, guys, from the stream, because at this location, this club, I've tried to use Wi-Fi, and then I've tried to use my phone's normal network connection. Pop this in the side. Nice, perfect shape on the 2. And I noticed that the Wi-Fi is less reliable than my network connection. So this was just a result of testing, and it does get a little choppy here. Oh, where are we going? Okay. Way overhit that. Really off that 2 ball. You could use draw. You could certainly shoot the 2, overcut it a little bit, and use the rail to come back up for the 3. But just a pinch draw out into this area would have been perfect. Straight on the 3 would have been completely fine based on where the 4 was before we nudged it. So this one's touchy. It's still cuttable. It is very much a speed control to try to hold the cue ball down there, give the 3 just enough energy to get there. Pocket speed. A little over pocket speed maybe, but pretty close, right? Super thin cut, hold the cue ball down here so you still have an option for the 4. The 4's going in the side. I think we're trying to roll through the 9 ball. Took us down table. Yeah, you were always going to come off the 9 ball a little funky. You can't even really draw off that because it's wanting to send you down table, like in this direction. It's a bit of a tester here. Looks like I'm going after it though. Oh, didn't miss that by much. But I did miss it. Even these big valley pockets. I think I just wanted to let the stroke out on that one. Nothing wrong with that. Got some points up though. Oh, we jawed it. I think he was a little too worried about getting shape. You could see the stroke was a little snatchy though, right? Like maybe a little bit of a hesitation. Not very smooth through the ball. So that'll do it. I've been thinking a lot about that. Just a smooth stroke, kind of clean delivery all the way through the ball. All right, we know how to do this one. I'm gonna float around 2 rails. We're gonna have to go somewhere else for the 9. Okay. The intention on that one was 100% to go all the way around and play the 9 in the side. Okay, put that one down. If the break cooperates for us here. Not bad. We're still losing our cue ball. Not making the balls we want to make. Or any. So that's not the best. It looks like the 1-8 combo dresses up. Getting shape on the 1 takes a little work. You can't just naturally pop this 1 ball. But the 8 should go. Yeah, see that's the thing. If you cut the 8 from the outside, from this side, it sends the 1 ball into the rail. Possible to get safe from here, but I could see him attacking this and trying for a bank. Yeah, he tried it. Oh, we got punished by a scratch? What the heck? Okay. I grazed off the 7 ball. All right, we've got a nice big window for the 2 ball. And we don't really want to have to play a 3-9. You want to get as many points as possible. You also want to stay at the table, stay in control. I think what I'm looking at is, how do we get on the 2 ball such that playing the 2 into the corner means the cue ball will slide across table? Yeah, and play short side on the 3. If you don't get there, the 3-9 is always going to back you up. Yeah, nice, easy, kind of high outside, so high right-hand spin. We got pretty straight on the 2 ball here, so you'd have to do some work to punch it across table. The angle's still there, especially with the big pockets. You can do it, but it's kind of tough to judge that sort of punch. Cueing sort of low outside here, low right. Yeah, hit it well. The pace was good, the cut was good, but we brushed the 5 a little bit, which took some of the cue ball's energy. So not ideal. As I said, the 3-9's always there to back you up. It's not a problem, really. You just kind of take the points that are there. You don't want to take these combos for granted, that's the thing. So basically, for combos, you want to look at this last ball, the 9 ball. How does that go to the pocket? Imagine the first ball, the 3 ball is kind of like the cue ball. Get behind that, and then cue ball hits that middle ball as if it were the cue ball hitting into the 9 ball. Also, you need to have good hip flexibility to be able to climb up on the table sometimes. So we put that one away and grab some points. It's nice though, you know, he scratches and we're able to clean up a couple. These handicap formats, you gotta take as many as you can. Looks like I forgot to chop out this racking from the video. And the live score updates means that I don't have to do it while I'm sitting here doing commentary, potentially miss out. All right, let's see how the break cooperates. As we know, you're playing on these bar tables, it's always a little funky. I mean, it could be different sets, different sizes, chips in the balls, who knows. And I do usually, I guess it's kind of good I left this in here. I do attempt to consistently check the rack for any gaps. If I've got a good L, and I know to hit from that side to try to make the wing ball. I'm sure a lot of you guys know about that. It looks like in this case I'm not taking my normal break because I didn't see a good L. And in that case, if I'm not feeling like I want to ask for a re-rack for whatever reason, maybe just pace, like I want to get to it, or sometimes my opponent will give me a hard time, or they're just consistently giving me bad racks and I'm convinced that they might not know how to give a good rack. I don't think that's the case with Woody at all, to be clear. I do think Woody is really good at racking and knows how to make a good rack, but there's lots of reasons I might choose to not ask for a re-rack. Don't drift down there, you silly. Oh, no. Yeah, so in this case, if I'm not liking the rack, I'll just move closer to the center of the table, go for a full hit. The break worked out better in this case, and I had a look at the 1, which was nice. Made a good shot on the 1 ball, but I didn't use enough spin to try to keep the cue ball up. I think the idea would be to see if you can hold it to get a look at the 2. He's getting really close to this 2 ball, and he's awkwardly cueing over the 5. But he has a big area for this 3. Yeah, anywhere in here is going to be fine, which he did. How's he getting to the 4? Is he going to come back down and play it inside? I like that cueing though. Oh, a little bit of inside spin. Yeah, so he must have hit high left because the cue ball hit the rail and normally it would want to come back out, but it straightened out on him. I'm going to just cut this in. Let's go. Overcut it. Yeah, he kind of overcompensated for that because he was close to it. But I like that last hit because he was staying really still and aiming. A little funny here. The extreme back cut on the 4 is available, and as long as you stay smooth on this, you gotta jack up a little bit, but stay smooth on it, the cue ball will naturally come back and forth. And at that point, it's just judging how many passes you need to get on the proper side of the 5, which is over here. And that's a misjudgment of where we end up. Ugh. How does that not scratch? That was wild. So it drifted up a little bit, as you can see. Once the cue ball slowed down, the spin started to take a bit more. Used too much spin on the 4 ball, caused us to drift up table. Still have a look at the 5. You can cut this in, and it does take you naturally towards the 7 or the corner pocket. Oh my. Trying to scratch. That's like 3 in a row. Scratched on the 1, almost scratched on the 4 ball. So you do have options for the 7. You can stay aggressive and shoot this in the side. Shape on the 8's not the best because the cue ball is going to want to come back down table. Probably just attacking here. Nope, we're going safe. Try to get the cue ball behind the 8. It's not a bad play, but I think we did leak out the 7. Because there's the 8's kind of a big blocker once you get down table. But if the 7 leaks out, because the 7's supposed to be in here, backing up on this, I don't think it's really necessary. He wants to stop it. Yeah, overhit that. Well, testy cut on the 7 to the top left, which does go. Cue ball's naturally going to want to come down and out. You get shape on the 8. 9 ball's tempting, but it's not as easy as it seems. If it were hanging in the pocket, it'd be a pretty simple thing to knock in the 9 ball. This kind of angle, if the 9 ball is hanging in the pocket, it's possible to scratch on it, so I want to avoid that. I think I remember this one, though. I think I attacked the 9, which is not my favorite looking at it. I think you just bear down and go for the cut. On a cleaner performing table, you might try to roll this in behind the 9, but that's touchy. It's hard to control. Yeah, tough to get safe here. I think you just attack. Cut in the 7. Yeah, see, I tried to kind of stun off it and go after the 9. Normally, this is the point in the back and forth where your opponent makes this shot. I don't know what that is, but there seems to be a certain thing about sort of back and forth where they bear down. A little bit of pinch draw there. Can't tell if the 8's frozen or not, but he might just be trying to bank it. Yeah, it was frozen. You could see it double hit. Okay. Tester. I kind of like these, though. I practice these at home. This is a super thin cut, as you can tell if you attack this bottom left. It's edge to edge. And you've got a lot of table to slow down the cue ball, so you can let your stroke out on this one. Try to stay level on these, because if you elevate, there's that bit of swerve that can happen queuing down on it. You'll sort of unintentionally masse a little bit. But I think I attack this because position's basically guaranteed as long as you don't scratch. If you let the cue ball loose too much, you can come back and forth and scratch in the bottom right. Good thin cut. Speed was a little crazy. Don't think we needed quite that much, but we're straight in long on the 9. Woody gives that one up. Kind of a funky game, though. Lots of innings, lots of turnovers. But we did get a bunch of points. 26 out of 65 for us. We're keeping Woody down to 8. Yeah, these racks are not cooperating. Something went, though. Oh, the 1 ball went up here, too. All right, made some things. 3 balls on the break. Good points. The 2 ball will cut. You can cut that. I do. In this case, I'll usually favor the cut. You can control this angle, kind of come down, maybe play short side on the 3 or try to get up above it. That's the hard part to judge, where you're going to end up. Might just try to get down below the 3. The bank is available here, right? You can definitely cross side bank the 2 ball, but you can't go low on the cue ball because it's on the rail. Oh, I just hit it as hard as I could. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to go for that much speed. Maybe I was thinking that it would open up a little bit more on this rail and come back out and around. Possible, but yeah, looking back on this particular night of League, I think I was just overhitting things more than usual. Bit of an experiment just to see if instead of rolling balls in and trusting the table roll, you end up playing more tentative when you do that. Trying to just come with more authority, more confidence. I think somebody was behind me there. I had to ask him to shift over. So 3 is very cuttable. And trying to hold it's tough because you do have a lot of energy coming off the cue ball to cut this in. Takes you naturally down towards the 4, but this is really more of a 2-rail shape. 8 balls in the way. This could be touchy. Maybe you try to go short side on the 4. I was going to try to go back and forth, but I overcut the 3. I think the idea was to come back and forth like this. You could try to cut the 3 and drift down, avoiding the 8, and then play short side because the 4 was right here. Am I leaving him another attempt at a cross side bank, maybe? Adjusted his Q-tip position while he was down. Goes after the bank, and look at them all go. 3 goes 2 rails back in the side and nudges in the 4. And he's got a pretty straightforward shot, 5 in the corner, natural shape on the 8. Poke that one in. Ah, tough out. Look at these points we're giving away. I left him in a bad position and then made something happen. He's not going to love this 9 ball, though. These are missable. He doesn't care. He's getting down on it right away. He's done these a million times. Going in. So that's a bunch more points. Yeah, get that updated. Oh, he's sending the cue ball around, knocking people out. Okay, score jumped up quite a bit on that one. Follows it with a dry break, and yeah, cue ball went off the table. So we got to get a good line on the 2 ball, and pretty much a stop shot on the 1 takes you here for the 2, and then you can come back around for the 3. We rolled forward a little bit, which I like, and you have more options with the 2. Cheat the pocket, come fuller into the 2 or thinner into the 2. Roll back around, not into the 8 ball. Okay. No need to do that. That's, yeah, unnecessarily complicated this out. Four to the 5 was always going to be a little tricky here, but the 2 to the 3 did not need to be this hard. 3's still cuttable. It's not really a scratch shot, and I do think I have enough room past the 4. I don't like it though, not comfortable with it. I tried to just ease it past. Got away with it. Definitely was not attempting to go safe there. He's got an easy enough hit on the 3. Sort of a 1 or even 2 rail kick into the 3 from the back side of it here. Hit, pull into the 4, and 4 goes. Kick into the 3, and then a 2 rail bank on the 4 ball, back in the side. What a game. So he wants to ease this down. Oh, he spun it. I don't know if you want all that. We're hooked behind the 8. Not really sure. I mean, I think the idea was to get here, but that's so risky. I mean, the 7 and the 8 block so much, or 7 and the 9 block so much in here, and then obviously the 8's a problem. I might have been tempted to play back into here, or even straight down and maybe just accept sort of a thin cut on the 5 back here. Yeah. He's gonna try a 2 rail kick, it looks like, down towards that corner. Nice, well judged. You gonna get resafe? Yeah, right behind the 9. Ouch. So good kick on the 3, pockets the 4 on the side, cuts the 3 in, he gets a couple points, and then resafes me. So he's keeping me locked down. look at our one rail kick system here. Looks like the side pockets or the 6 is kind of interposed. So we'll have to spin it. Go above the side with left spin, let that open up. Or below the side and kind of tighten it up. Yeah, below. Good hit though. I'm really liking that system. Get resaved. All right, we could take a roll. Yeah, the more I practice that system, the more comfortable I get with it. I've been really enjoying it. This is a pretty easy kick into the 5 though, and hit it with enough pace to try to make something happen. Oh, it hopped off the rail? Okay, here's an opportunity for some points. We need those. Yeah, that was a weird one. Made a good kick. I don't know if that was just cueing or if the rails maybe slightly warped. So we know we want to come into the rail, so you have to kind of overcut the 5. Avoiding the scratch. These can be tricky though. You can fool yourself. I don't like how I look on this. You're gonna miss that ball. Blah. That's frustrating. Yeah, I had plenty of room to operate with that 5. Just was relying a little too much on the slide up the rail. I think that's the first true sellout of this match, though. I mean, in terms of real unforced errors. To be 32 points deep and then make your first kind of glaring mistakes, not the worst. Yeah, he's got a cut. He had a lot of room to work with on that 6 ball. It looked super thin, but as you can see, he played it about as thick as he could into the left jaw of the pocket. So you can just roll through this ball. Might go, is he going on the side? No way. Yeah, you gotta go in the corner. Oh, he fired it in. You can play a stop shot on the 8. Looks like he's pretty straight here. Dress up for the 9 on the side. Sorry again for the pixelation on the video. Watching, 8-bit pool here today. Matches the logo, I guess. We're on brand. He puts that one away. So he punished me for a silly miss on the 5. That's how you got to do it, though. So there was a scoring discrepancy as usual, and so we had to get those updated after that last rack. But he's flying along now. So past the halfway mark for him, and I am not at halfway yet. I'm just double checking to make sure that I have the right score after they get settled over there. Joys of league scoring. Is that our first break shot that we're seeing from Woody? I think it is. This break tends to work out for him pretty well. I'm not a fan of the technique, kind of like throw your whole body at it. I just wonder how much it forces him to compromise on his aim. Because you don't need all that movement to generate speed or power. good enough opening shot here. He's got to look at the 3 and then play the 3, and you want to sort of drift down and bounce back up for the 4. Might be possible to hold it here. You just kind of slide past the 5. Yeah, he could hold it. He had more than I thought. Jumps right into this 4 ball. He's got to have a plan for the 5-6. So maybe some check side, kind of down and straight back up. He's got a good option for the 5. Cut the 5 over here. Cue ball's going to want to drift away, but you're almost always going to get a look at the 6 ball. Oh, I like that. He was down but didn't like how it felt, so he's sighting the 5 again. Yeah, this is looking better. He's just dramatically improved his chances of making this ball. Good kind of curve away from the 5. Stroke's still a little snatchy, but I think he's okay. This is just a straight draw back to get above the 7. Despite the NES graphics here, didn't look like he was cueing that low, but he made it happen. Maybe it wasn't aiming low, but hit low, which works out. He's about to break and run on me, isn't he? Oh, Woody, don't do it. Got too worried about the shape, like scared of it or something. You hate to see it, you love to see it. That would have been a good run. Get him another 10 points. It's like nearing the finish line. And I'm getting thrown off here for sure. I do remember just mental, emotional state this night was feeling super frustrated, despite the fact that, realistically, things weren't going that bad. Just trying to play too perfect and then frustrating myself with a lack of those results. I mean, this case in point, right? I mean, it's so easy to spin off this 7 and play low side of this 8 or play outside of this 8 for the 8 in the side. And now we're having to play safe on like a 3-ball run out. Not even a good safe. Yeah, decision making's not there, the stroke's not there. That's a dynamic that I really need to work on, is this relationship with perfection. We've talked about it. I think it might have been Todd Roberts in the comments there. Good shot, Woody. Just this idea that, you know, perfection is the enemy of good enough. You can just play good enough. You can just get to where you need to be. It doesn't have to be pinpoint. Oh, he fired the 9. Maybe he was just going kind of cross side. It's a good play. You missed that one, you're pretty likely to leave a tough shot for your opponent. My pacing's good at least, but I do remember feeling pretty crummy. All the shoulds that come up, you know, I should beat this guy, or I should have a better record this season, or I should have gotten out in this rack. Stuff doesn't mean anything, right? Like, you play how you play. Hey, there's somebody with good camera discipline. Weak safe, come on. Silly. I think the intention was to send the 9 up here and leave the cue ball on this rail. It's hard to control. Oh, so much for the camera discipline. Oh no. Yeah, he relaxed a little too much on that one. He would have enjoyed those 2 points. But he needs 10 more. He gets another kind of break and run like that, we're in trouble. But we're breaking. And we've got a look at the 3. But no viable shot on the 3. It does not appear. Cross corner bank is on. Might be kind of weird to get safe here to try to send the 3 away from the 8. But at the very least, you could play the cue ball to come back down and behind the 8. My safes are not on. Just been misjudging them and making really weird decisions. I think I attack here. I think I go for the cross corner bank. Because I know that you're going to be pulling with... You're going to be pulling kind of low. You're good. You're going to spin around for the 4. No, I roll through. I outside. Ooh, cool. Nice. Love when those work. So that's high left. And you have to spin it with just enough cut on the 3 to allow the spin to take, but also to keep the cue ball out of the way. So those are fun. I do believe the 4 ball cuts here. You really don't want to try to play this combo. Unnecessarily risky. Too easy to miss. I think we just cut this in, try to come up 2 rails for the 5 on the side. We graze the 9. Leave him a look at the 4. Yeah, just misjudging this stuff. Like, we're not staying level. Not comfortable. Gonna take an effort to shoot out of this one. Got some points up though. Made some on the break and made that 3 ball. Cool shot on the 3. Sometimes you'll make a cool shot like that and it'll sort of, you know, excite you or energize you. That stuff doesn't usually break through for me, unfortunately. I think I'm going to try to decompress with my team here. Well, this might have been a quick break. I gotta use that resource more. Just the people on my team. It's okay to, you know, go talk to people and vent a little bit and get a pep talk. Oh, I think he was trying to cut that in. Looks like he was trying to cut that with spin. Maybe go rail first, like spin off into it. So the 6 ball's in a bad spot. It's funny though, I think at this point in the match, you just try to get whatever points you can. It's another thing that I'm trying to figure out, I guess, coming from pure 9-ball discipline of, you know, run out, play safe, like get ball in hand, run out, that kind of idea. This format is so different, this like straight pool, you know, like balls for points kind of idea. Strategy does land a little differently at times. Don't get behind that 7 ball. Risky. Kind of hard to judge off the 4 ball, but I almost like use this second rail to open up into this side of the 5 instead of trying to go into the center of the table. It's still a very makeable shot, and I think what we're going to try to do is curve back around to get a look at the 6. Oh. Wow, we got a lot more out of that 5 ball because we missed. I mean, we shot it into the rail. But I'd be curious, actually, going to go back and look at my setup on that one. Usually make those. So he's got a cut on the 5, and it does take him back down table for the 6. He's uncertain, which is where you should stand up, Woody. Don't commit if it feels weird. Yeah, he's not really sure. He might have just been trying to... I think he was trying to cut it. All right, funky tester on the 5. Does take you back down towards the 6. This is cuttable. Hard to get safe, so you might as well go after it. I'm rushing this a little bit. That kind of frustration coming through, you know, like get it over with. Not a good look. We make it though. Okay. It was a good clutch on that 5. That's the one where you take a breath and give yourself some nods, you know, like, okay, we can shoot, we're gonna be all right. Just give myself such a hard time. Just go safe here, roll him up on the 9. It's hard to tell how much of the word, okay. Not really safe. It's got a full look at the 6. I would think about rolling off the 6 and putting him behind the 9 here. So you're sending the 6 ball back up here, and the 9 is a big blocker. I mean, you get the 6 anywhere in that zone. Is he trying to bank it? Attack this one? Yeah, he tried to bank it back here. Come on, give me a look at something. Let me play. That doesn't look great. Maybe the combo's on. I don't think I have enough room to bank the 6 back cross side. I remember this shot. I try to go safe. I try to split them and use the 7 to split them. But I just leave him a perfect straight line on the 6. Ay, ay, ay. So you can just stop it here. Yeah, that works. Cut on the 7's fine. You're gonna have to roll through for the 8. I think if you're getting spicy, you could do this. Bounce off that long rail where his hand is. That's fine. Oh no, it didn't cooperate for him. Those are usually pretty fun to shoot. You're close to it, and you pull it back to this rail, and it sort of bounces out reasonably straight. I cannot believe I got back to the table after that terrible 6 ball safe. So just go thin off the 7, one rail. So timid now. See that? Long, pretty straight in on the 8. You do have room to work. This is usually where my frustration, my desire to just get back into my stroke is going to cause me to just do a huge draw shot. Oh yeah, rip it down. Did that pretty good. Better make this 9 ball, dude. Sell your cue if you don't. Okay, still in this match. Woody needs 8 points. We need what? 12? No, 22? Made a ball on the break. We've got to look at the 1. This is that shot that I really need to practice. I just get down on it though. Fire it in. Yikes, almost scratch. Thanks to the 3 ball. The 5's sort of frozen back there behind the 9, which is no good, but again, I think you just focus on your 3 ball patterns. Keep stuff simple. Get the points when you can. We're gonna pound this one, aren't we? Yep. That's okay. All right, we're not on a good side of the 3, but I do like these. I like how these feel, and these can actually help me settle a little bit. We're gonna spin this down. So left spin, kind of extreme left spin. You're basically throwing the 3 ball in, and the cue ball comes down, kind of glides through. Yeah. Yeah, I like those. I like how those feel. Probably just looking to go safe there might be enough room between the, I think I remember this, there's enough room between the 5 and the 9 where I'm gonna play a stop shot on the 4 and then I pop the 5 off to the long rail where my bridge hand is. Oh no, I tried to break it out. Don't love that. There's a lot that can go wrong there. Yeah, I think I'm just trying to chop him down at this point. Am I banking this? Nope, going safe. Yeah, there's a lot that can go right there. Even though the 5 plays into the 8, you know that the 5's going across table, and the 9-7 are good blockers. It's not a bad play. Going for the breakout, I got a roll where I still had to look at the 5, but played a good safe. Hey, safe worked out for us. Got a nice open layout. Just make sure you get a workable angle from the 7 to the 8. That's what I went to go look at. It's a good habit, I think, you know, go get behind that second ball. Roll that guy in, kind of a couple rotations forward, get down below the 7 so that it takes you up towards the 8. Punch back over. Nice natural angle from the 8 to the 9. I think I would want to come out here, looking at it on the video. Am I going with inside? I'm gonna go to the other side of it? No. Good ball. I guess I felt like I hit it bad. It looked good from here. I think that's also just like endemic of the mindset that I was in at the time. Like I made a good out, you know, cleaned up the table. I played a safe, I got ball in hand and I ran out. Like that's a good rack. I should feel good about that, but I came away feeling crummy. Like not giving myself credit for that. You gotta feel good when you can. Take those wins. Those little wins along the way. It's gonna help you. Ultimately, it's gonna help you perform better, right? If you are nicer to yourself. Celebrating, focusing on what feels good. Try break. He was able to swerve around and get a hit on the 1. The 2's a little weird because it's close to the 6, but it does seem like I can hold the cue ball here from the 1. But we got through that last track with a full 10 points, which is great. Teammate liked that one. We went around short side on the 2. What are we doing, man? Playing safe? Oh, playing a nasty little safe. But leaked out. Not a nasty safe, a terrible safe. It's such a thin line between the 2. We needed to drift down just a little bit. The intention was to stick him on the 6 back here. Gave him plenty of room on the 2 ball. But he missed a cut shot. He would have had guaranteed shape making that 2 ball. The 3-5s is wired up. I usually like these. Oh, I'm getting in my shoulder a little too much. Stay still. Pop that in. Hammered it a little bit. Maybe overcut it slightly. I sent the cue ball off the wrong direction. All right. So this is a spin. You can go rail first with a right-hand spin into the 3. Can be a little tough to hold it. No, I went ball first. I was gonna say it could be a little tough to hold the ball that way. Hold the cue ball. Gotta look at the 3. Look at this pace. I'm just jumping in. No, I'm not. Change your mind. Get back up. Okay. Haven't completely lost my head yet. Cutting this, aren't we? Yeah, cut this in super thin. Try to come straight back up for the 4. Ooh, nice touch. Okay. We can play. We can play a little bit sometimes. We're all the way back up here, though. That's fine. You're just going to fire this in, aren't you? I wouldn't even worry about the shape here. I would just, yeah, get that 4 ball down. Just slam it and it's going to work out. Did we get it? Nope. Got punished. Nudge the 6 on the way back up and put it on the rail. Is this bankable? Nope. Simple safe. That's a good shot. That's like my first good safety. No, and actually maybe my second good safety of the match. The 5 ball last rack was decent. I'm gonna just bank at this maybe. Top left. Caught it too full. He's gonna get safe though. Ah, come on! I was getting into a rhythm. All right. Yeah, backside of the 6. The left side of it's kind of tough. I mean, you come too thin off it. Yeah, cutting it in. I think you just got to go for the hit. Can't really get too much out of this kick shot from here. I guess if you come full onto the bottom side of it, you could kick it into the bottom left corner. Super thin. Don't sell it out. All right. Nothing easy. 6 ball definitely goes. You could thin this down, come back, 3, 4 rails or something, and try to get up above the 7. You could make this one. Overcut. Yeah, interesting. I don't know if maybe he just kind of threw his arm at that one, or if he was trying to cut it thin to get down below the 7. I don't know. This is a makeable ball. The side pocket's in play. But you can float this down. Getting safe is pretty tough here because you'd have to come full into the 6, rolling behind the 9. Yeah, I try to get safe. Don't sell it out. Okay, could be worse. Leave him another cut shot on the 6 along the rail. You could bank this too, watch. Oh, almost got it. Give me a little more. It's cuttable. This is cuttable, and you could, if you spin this, if you just kind of right-hand spin, the cue ball it opens up a little bit on that second rail. Oh, I'm looking at going short side on the 7, which is also fine, but you could get top side of the 7 here. You let the spin open up enough. I'm gonna spin this in. Speeds everything here though. Good smooth stroke. Overhit just a little bit. Could have held it. Good though, we got the 6 ball put away. I'm gonna go safe again. Just send the cue ball up table. We're starting to kind of catch a rhythm. All right, pretty good speed on the cue ball. We'd like him on the rail, but he's got a makeable cut shot on the 7. This is a good habit. He's starting to settle a little bit. He wants to win. Went to look at the back of the 7. I'm gonna go smooth through this. 2 rails back around for the 8 maybe. Jabbed it again. Give me something. Cuts on. Cut this in the side. Spin back down. Oh, I'm thinking about going inside. I gotta work on these though. I don't have a lot of practice with these. I'm thinking about overcutting the 7 and having the cue ball come in to the rail here and then straight back down. Oh yeah, see, I don't have enough practice with those to do those reliably. I know that those are there. I know that those work out and they get you the shape that I needed on this 8-ball. That's tough, right? Like we were battling so hard on the 6, on the 7. Yeah, I shouldn't risk that type of position because I'm not confident in that particular angle yet. Yeah, interesting decision on my part. Gave up those 3 points. Tough. I think I'm feeling better though, like mood-wise. I think I was settling a little bit. This could be the last rack depending on the split. Very hittable 1-ball. Do we think about... I'm looking at the back side of the 1. Do you want to be hitting the back side of the 1 here? I would wonder about hitting the inside of the 1 to try to send it down towards the 2. Made a decision about this pretty quick. I don't remember what my thinking was on maybe just guaranteeing the hit. Hit where I was thinking. Must have been trying to get safe. Which makes sense at this point, right? You want to try to get ball in hand if you can. Hide the cue ball down table. Yeah, instead of going aggressive, I guess that's probably it. He's got full access to the 1. 1-8 is there, but man, long combo, sort of awkward queuing. Oh, it almost went. Oh, the 8's gonna knock in the 2. No. He needs 4 points. We'll see. I'm updating the score while we're playing, which is a good or a bad thing for me. You send the 1 towards the 8. You tried it. You getting safe? No. There's some potential for points. Don't worry about the 3-ball too much here, right? You just want to get the 1-ball down. A lot of room on the table to get a look at the 3. You don't have to get cute and get shape, a good shape on the 3. Elevating a little bit to try to pull away from the 1. That's a good shot. I decided to get cute, which is fine. Worked out well. We want to drift down for the 4. There's a window between the 7 and the 9. This could be one of those sort of stun follow shots that I like. Play this just slightly below center. Doing kind of high. Just rolling through. Oh, I decided to roll through. Okay, that works. Wasn't trusting my stun follow. That's a good shot though. Hey, I'm breathing. Okay, this takes you towards the 5. Didn't need quite that much angle on the 5. But the 5 takes you naturally around for the 6. Good shot. Don't get too much out of it. Looking good on the 6. I think these are my last 2. 6 goes, cue ball comes around, and you can play short side on the 7, or you can let it open up more and come into this top rail. Oh, I stunned it a little bit. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm mad. Little tantrum. Not a good look. Natural shape on the 9 here for the win. Nice, good spin around. And the 9 ball to finish out the set. Good finish, Woody. Oh, I was going to rack because I didn't know that it was over, but it was over. Yeah. I came away heated. That scratch really got to me. And it's funny looking back on it. Like I said, there's a lot of good play in there. And what I need to work on is giving myself credit for that stuff. Like I said, celebrating that, feeling good about that is really important at this point in my game. And it keeps me level. It keeps me performing the way that I need to be performing. So coming away with a lot of lessons here, but it came down to the wire. This was a 1 ball difference. It got me by 1 ball, and that scratch was really what did it. So I overcame a huge deficit. You know, we had a major comeback in this match. Looking back on it, I do feel really good about it. It's nice to have these videos and to see that the performance is there, regardless of how I might be feeling at the table at any given time. So lots to learn, lots to think about. Really looking forward to seeing everybody's comments. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you. Thank you for watching these. I appreciate you guys. Let me know what you think about the new format with, you know, some of the background music, and definitely like and subscribe if you have not already done those things. It helps us out a lot. And then I will see you all again very soon for our next one.